Okay, today I'm going to show you how to attach a zipper fly, and the pattern I'm using, which is a Berta pattern, already has the zipper fly front attached. So this is just one piece. So if your zip pattern does not have this attached, you will have to go ahead and attach this piece first, and then we can get started. The first thing is that we're going to do is put both of your front pieces together, right sides facing. And we're just going to pin it all along this front piece here. So your pattern should have came with a marking around this area, and that shows you where we're going to stop, because we're going to be doing a basting stitch, and this is where you will stop. Okay, so I've got this pinned, and we're just going to stitch along, starting at this curved edge, with a regular stitch, back stitching all the way up to where your marking was, back stitch again, rip your thread, and then baste all the way to the top here. And yeah, just double check whatever your pattern says for the seam allowance. Mine's 5/8 of an inch, so that's what I'll be doing. But yeah, if you're using a different pattern, then make sure you double check what yours is. Starting at the curved edge here, like I said, and I'm doing 5/8. Remember to back stitch. Back stitch when you get to your marking. Cut your thread. And then I'm just going to change my stitch length and continue on. Just going to move this, adjust it a little bit. So if you want, before you do this part, you can actually use a ruler or something like that and draw a line just to make sure you're going straight. I'm just going to line up the edge here with a marking on my sewing machine attachment. I think it was meant for quilting, but it comes in handy for a lot of things. So I'm just going to line it up with a line here and also a line up here, and just make sure everything stays lined up while I sew. Okay, so I have the pants face with the wrong side facing up. This is the seam we just stitched, and I'm just going to move it all to one side. And I'm just going to make sure that we have only one piece of the zipper fly front. Like we're only working with one layer of it. And I have my zipper here. The only one I had that would work is actually too long, but that's okay because we can always just cut it to size. And it can actually be a bit easier to sew sometimes when it's too long, because then you can have the zipper pull out of your way. So we're just going to line it up here. So the zipper is facing down, and I line it up pretty closely to have the zipper teeth pretty close to the seam here. So again, having this face down, and we're just going to pin it on. We're just going to stitch on this side of the zipper. Okay. So I have my zipper foot attached just because I find it easier. You could probably get away with using regular foot if you don't have a zipper foot. But yeah, it's just easier. So remember, we're stitching pretty close to where the zipper teeth are, being careful not to go on the zipper teeth, and remember to backstitch at the beginning and the end. So then we're just going to flip this, tucking this to the inside and just top stitching. And then you're essentially going to do the same thing with this side of the zipper fly. Okay, so now that we've done one side, we're going to do stitch it onto the other side. So we're just going to lay it down nice and flat and then flip it over so that now we're working with only the other layer that it's not stitched onto yet. Remembering to back stitch. Okay, so once you have your zipper attached to both fly fronts, I'm just going to top stitch on top. Oh, sorry. And I just transferred the markings so that I can see where I'm going, like kind of visualize better where I'm supposed to be stitching. Back stitch at the beginning and the end. Just make sure it's not getting all folded underneath. And now that you have this top stitching here, it'll make it so that when you trim off the excess part of the zipper won't just fall apart or anything like that, because now it's stitched together. So then the next thing to do would be just to remove those basting stitches, and you're done with the zipper fly. You can move on to attaching your waistband.